Hi everyone, it's Becky from Northern Star Guidance, and this is the main reading for the new moon in Capricorn for January. And this is for the month ahead up until the next new moon. So this is all about getting ready to set our intentions. Now, hopefully you will watch this one first and then go to the one that is for your specific moon sign, not your star sign. You can watch the star sign one as well if you want. I do believe there'll always be a message in there for us anyway. Okay. Oh, that was very quick. Perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, deep, hard look at it. So this is the key energy that is coming up for this new moon in Capricorn, and it's something I am definitely feeling energetically. It's something I've heard other tarot readers express as well, and I think this new moon in general is an opportunity for us to move beyond what we used to do. It's like a new beginning, but from a completely new perspective and a completely new place. Feeling a lot of Hanged Man energy around lately, so I wonder if that's going to pop out. I'm just going to have a look at this because I never really use the book for this, but I think I'm going to for these readings. Perception can be described as the interpretation of that which has entered into our awareness. Upon first glance, the perception activation presents what seems to be chaos in motion. But when we take a better look, we find perfect alignment and synchronicity between the different aspects. We find balance and harmony. The sharp blades of clear perception cut through. Sorry, I'm just going to bring the card up so you can see there. So it does actually look like chaos, but when you pay closer attention, you can see how things are working together in that. The sharp blades of clear perception cut through the layers of illusion that cover the spaces between the world of spirit and the world of matter. Together, the blades are neither round nor square, indicating that they are effective in both worlds. Conceptually, circles stand for everything and nothing at all, balance and infinity, purity and freedom. Within this image, there also represents our connection to a larger universe and the many planets that revolve around the realities that exist between our own. We think we have a clear perception of the reality that lies behind the blades, but we discover that the waters of our emotional and physical world are mirrored perfectly by the sky, our spiritual nature. They are exactly the same, as above, so below. The square border represents the form-based reality of our earthbound life, while the light in the corners reminds us that our ability to reach far beyond the illusionary three-dimensional boundaries at any time we choose. When combined with awareness, skill, and precision, these perception blades can cut through illusions that otherwise keep us locked in place. The energy of perception reminds us that the concept itself is biased. Our consciousness determines our perception, and there is no absolute truth in what we perceive. There are always more layers to uncover, more insights to be revealed. The blades of clarity cut through illusion and expand our perception of reality, revealing a path towards harmony and peace in our inner world and in the world around us. So this is that sort of mirroring effect of what's going on inside is also mirrored back to us in our realities. And that's why perception is key in creating a happier life. It's how we perceive the events and how we perceive the things that we go through, how we experience the world. The dark border around the edge indicates the vast and deep universe that oftentimes seems mysterious and dark. The blue indicates and this is over here. The blues indicate the clarity of expression that is needed to cut through the illusion of our perceived reality. The red edges indicate our solid foundations in the physical world, while embodied here on earth. The yellow and gold indicates the inner power that is needed to create a reality that matches our perception of our inner and outer worlds combined. And it says, try this. Close your eyes and think about where the edges of your comfort zones lie. Are you willing to try something new, or do you prefer to stay in your familiar routines? When is the last time you did something completely out of your comfort zone? Go inside yourself and witness how your perception of reality can change just by changing your point of focus from the outer to the inner. So, it's funny that I said prosperity, I keep seeing that. And that's the next card. Anyway, yeah, really loving that. Very much the energy that I'm feeling right now, very echoing of that. So let's get some tarot cards up here. January, Capricorn, new moon, message for everyone. Okay, bottom of the deck, underlying energy, Five of Swords and Strength. And in the centre of the reading, we've got two coins. The past, the Hierophant. There's that old ways of doing things. In the present, we've got the Page of Wands. The future is the Five of Coins. What's with all the fives? And the Three of Wands is coming up as the advice. Oh my word, I've just noticed something. I'm sorry, because I've noticed it, I feel I need to mention it right now. But this, I know it's the picture of the jester on the back of these cards, but it's reminded me of the Fool, because the Fool is like a jester, and this is like the new beginnings coming in. Or going out. Right. So I'm going to start here with the history part. This is our past energy, the energy coming into this. It's also it's not the only major arcana. We've got a major arcana with the underlying energy as well to the reading. So our past, we're coming from this old way of how we used to do things. And I feel like that is massively changing and shifting this year. I think especially we've just come through the whole 2020, and I'm definitely feeling that with the perception card of how that is relating to what we're going through at the start of 2021. And I feel like this is calling out for that change, that look, we can't keep doing things the way we used to do things. keep doing the same things, you're going to keep getting the same results. We're going to keep seeing that mirrored in the outside world. So there's definitely a shift in our beliefs of things, in our belief, how we view and see the world, how we experience the world. This underlying energy. See, the Five of Swords, it gets a bit of a bad rep, doesn't it? I'm sure you've seen it, and it's, you know, it's an empty win. It's having to me, this is that making the tough decision. This is being the boss who has to sack someone. And it's a case for the greater good. Doing something for the greater good, even though it mightn't feel great doing it. This feels like that. And I think that's especially why courage is coming up as well. So I've given like a work example there. This could be cutting ties with people that you know aren't in alignment with who you are and the journey you're on. But this is definitely removing something from your life and having that strength and courage to do that. I think even just to acknowledge that that's what needs to happen. And this is a moon reading, so this is all about our emotions and our subconscious. This is looking at like deep under the surface. What is changing inside of you? What no longer resonates with other people? I feel like that's a kind of key theme here with that energy. It's like having a group of friends and you used to really enjoy having a laugh and a joke about something. And then it's like waking up with this shift of like, I just don't find that funny anymore. And being around those people and just thinking, I don't feel that connection with them anymore. It kind of feels like that. There's definitely a feeling of like waking up here. Like literally waking up, having an awakening experience. For some of you, this could be the start of your spiritual journey, of just seeing things in a whole new light and a new understanding that doesn't resonate with how you used to be. At the centre of the reading, we've got the Two of Coins. And I'm already feeling that, like, you know, what's out of balance? I should have said it. When I pulled that out, I heard something in my mind relating to that card. But I thought I'll just get the cards out first, and I've completely forgotten it now, which is going to drive me nuts. But hopefully I'll remember when we get a clarifying card out. But there is that element of what requires your attention right now. What are you focused on right now? Because the thing with the Two of Coins, he's essentially juggling two realities. There's a lot of earth and fire energy here. Card for Taurus, earth energy. Capricorn is earth energy. Earth energy. This is Leo energy. And then we've got two wand cards as well. I'm getting a sense of dry, like things being really dry, especially with this coming up underneath. I was just thinking about earth and fire and the elements of that, and then just sort of feeling this very dry, desert-like everything's just dried up. And whether that is a message for someone specifically, what has dried up in your life? What needs watering? What needs that attention and needs that love putting into it? Because the Page of Wands says that we're ready for a new adventure, here's our new perspective. Our new perspective is we just want to play, we want to go have fun. We don't want to be worrying about what we've got to balance anymore and all this stress and tension. I don't know if anyone else has felt this lately, like I have. I've heard other people talk about it as well, but like I have noticed some people have been really feeling tense lately and having little arguments with each other online. I mean, obviously, we're also in the deeper winter here, and if anyone is like me, they get really affected by the lack of sunlight. Like I find that I'm more, I've got less energy, I'm more likely to be easily upset. And whereas it manifests in me where I'm more likely to start crying, some people, it manifests in them where they get more agitated. I think especially if, like the UK, you're in lockdown again. But this is just like, it's finding that spark of inspiration to pursue. And in a way, I feel like this is the best time to do that. Right now is the best time to set our intentions, to explore how we can make the most of what we're going through, externally, internally, however it is. Obviously, still keeping your boundaries in place. So if you feel like you're being ill-treated, or, you know, if you're in a position that you need to leave, I'm not saying stay in that position and make the best of it. This is asking you what excites you. What brings your inner child out? Now, this is such a weird card to come up in the future. And I feel like this, it's weird because why in the future would you be coming from a place of loss? That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to have a quick look at the book because I always feel when I get this stumped like that, having a little read of what it says in the book will give me a sentence that makes me feel a connection. The traditional church scene is maintained and represented here by the stained glass window, but the impoverished figures are substituted by the receiving hand, symbolising the act of charity. It can be seen as helping those less fortunate or receiving help from others. See, that feels more kind of Six of Pentacles, only that is more, I feel like this is a question of asking for help. Knowing when you need to ask for help and understanding that there will always be help there. Because when we're making these big shifts, especially if we're leaving something behind, if we're pulling away from something that gives us stability, security, anything like that, we are going to feel like we've lost, like something's been lost. And this is extending that hand out, knowing that there will always be support and help available, but you have to be willing to ask for it. And that's why I feel like this is coming up in the future position. Before I move on to the advice card, I'm going to get, sorry, I've not even shuffled these. You're going to have to bear with me. I have like a month and a half long hiatus away from social media. I've only just started doing readings again, and I'm like, it's like starting again, which is lovely. It's nice being back in the reading seat. Look at that, 6 of Pentacles on the bottom when I stop shuffling as well. Just push that back. Okay, where's the 2 of Coins there? Oh, why all the cards? It's funny what Strength has flown out upside down there. 6 of Wands. Sorry, I'm not going to accept them. There we go. Oh my god. The Hierophant, of course. Doing things in a completely different way. Which, if you think about it, okay, say you started this year and you're struggling, and you're still struggling with what you were struggling with last year. I can very much relate to this. The Hierophant is asking, is there another way of doing this? How can you do this differently? And it might be that you need to change your perception. Change your perception of what you're doing. And it could be that you're still aiming and striving towards whatever goal it is, whatever your heart is focused on. It's funny because we've got Hermit on the bottom as an underlying energy. It's asking you to go inside. I feel like this is stripping everything back and going back to the reason you're pursuing these things. Why is that your dream? I feel like somewhere this got lost along the way. And this is cutting ties with that, whatever it is that has put that sort of block on it, that has made it a challenge and not an enjoyable thing. Because this page over here is saying, well, you know, where's the fun? Where's the enjoyment? You used to enjoy this. Why has it got serious all of a sudden? I don't even know if I should pull one for the Hierophant, given that we got it out twice, the Chariot. I am seeing this card everywhere lately. So, the Chariot. So, yes, Chariot energy. Sorry about that, I got interrupted. And the Chariot for me is about having your head and heart going in the same direction, towards the same goal. Should I quickly read the Chariot? The conquering hero stands in his chariot of victory, a great city behind him. Perhaps this is the city he has captured. Or perhaps it's the city of his birth, awaiting his triumphant return. For the moment he completes his achievement and how it fits into the flowing river of his life. Life's experiences represent, the light and dark phoenixes that draw his chariot represent the positive and negative forces that drive him. His motivation to succeed may spring from a desire to serve or a desire to subjugate. His pride, power, and ambition are matched by humility, generosity, and nobility. All these qualities must pull together in harmony for ultimate success. So This is integration. It's funny because I was watching a video about integration today, about integrating our negatives as well as our positives, because they are a driving force too. And this is why I always feel bad for the the Five of Swords, because it gets a bit of a bad rep. And sometimes it's all too easily to dismiss our darker sides, our negative emotions that are driving the carriage just as much as our positive. I feel like this is sort of reaching that balance between them. So what is it you're not enjoying about what you're doing or the direction you're going in? I feel like there's a need to explore that. Just sit with that question for a moment. Why is it not fun anymore? What has changed to make it a struggle, to make it bring out our more negative emotions? Because I feel like that's sort of tipping the balance there. And the page is asking you to focus on what you enjoy, which we've got the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, which is, I could sit here and do this all day. I'm enjoying my work. This is putting your effort and time into that which brings you joy and happiness. And it might be that you have to take a different route to what you want to achieve. There's a whole lot of enjoy the here and now, though, because that's what matters. And the future, if you're struggling, you can ask for help then. Temperance. I was just thinking about the amount of balance that's going on here. And what is she balancing? A dark and a light. She's melding the two together. That's very much what's coming through here. I was even looking at how symmetrical this image is, with the two students sat in the same position but facing opposite directions. Just keep thinking about this perception. I feel like I want to say that it is okay to feel however you feel. Feel it, explore it, understand it, forgive it. Bring it into balance, bring it into harmony with your whole. Integrate it into who you are. And then it doesn't have that power, it doesn't hold you back. Talking about this, cutting ties with other people and stuff like that. Not cutting ties, but this feels like throwing some hard truths out there. This could all well be an internal battle. And having the strength and the courage to forgive yourself, to integrate those feelings, to acknowledge those feelings. Because they only get power when we hold them inside and we don't give them a voice. There's the Five of Pentacles there. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Can you see something here? When we started this reading, we just had Strength and the Hierophant. All of the clarifying cards are all major arcana. Every single one of them. The Hierophant. It's like there's this solid energy underneath all the stuff that's going on the surface. And this is why I wanted to work with moon energy, because this is where we're going. We're delving deeper into what's lying beneath. Looking at why you're thinking and feeling a certain way. The Wheel of Fortune reminds us that everything has a cycle. The moon has a cycle. We have cycles. I always find it interesting because we've got the fixed energy signs here. Taurus energy is coming up a lot. Not just in this reading, I've seen it in other readings, on people on Instagram that I follow, on other readers that I listen to. Loads of Taurus energy coming up. But yeah, we've got the fixed signs there who are not known for changing. I almost feel like a sense of stubbornness here. Like the Leo energy. Leo is one of the fixed signs as well. And Leo and Taurus are both known. I don't want to say that like just as a blanket thing, but one of the key traits is being stubborn. When they got their mind set on something, then they stick with that. And I feel like this is why perception's coming up. It's coming up to say, you can still go for those things. You can still achieve those things. It's just about changing how we go about it. It's changing our views on certain things that are maybe stuck and fixed. The Wheel of Fortune said everything changes. Nothing is fixed. Massive changes coming up. Oh, sorry. So I didn't do the advice card, did I? So 3 of Wands coming up as advice. And I always feel with this 3 of Wands particularly, it's just the sun setting. But I almost didn't even notice that this is water. It looks like a desert. It's that dry feeling that I was getting earlier. But I feel like the advice is asking you to, what's that thing of accept the things that you can't change and change the things that you can change. Because you can stand there waiting for that boat. But that ship mightn't be for him. He stood there waiting for it and he's got his eyes set on it. But what if that ship's not coming to him? What if it's going out that way? We don't know, do we? He's waiting there. He's like, well, I've done all the work. I've done all this stuff. I've done it this way. Why aren't I getting my dream? Why aren't I getting the thing that I want? And maybe that's just not his ship. Funny that. What was I saying? That I felt it was like the Fool energy, the new beginning, the new mindset, and the Fool is on the bottom as that underlying energy. It's time to take a leap of faith, especially with the Hierophant coming up. This is your core values changing, upgrading even, moving beyond your comfort zone, getting out of that fixed energy, getting out of that box. Now is the time to start investing the time and energy in the things that you want. But releasing the expectations of the outcome. Whoa. Keep seeing this. What's going on with my shuffling in this reading? Where's the 3 of Wands, the advice for this reading? Right, I'm going to take them. Oh my word. Look, here's our other. Just to keep in keeping with the theme here. Look who's on the bottom as well. 5 of Swords. Oh, wow. Okay. Getting chills with that. What's going on? This is, these are the chains. These are the things that keep us. This is that staying in the comfort zone. The devil is the comfort zone. It's familiarity. You know what they say about familiarity? It can breed content. And that's what I'm feeling here. It's like, well, yeah, it's comfortable here, but I want to move forward. But if we want to move forward, we've got to do things differently, haven't we? Taurus energy again. King of Pentacles. What do you want to invest in? I feel like for some of you, this could be a very real thing of investing financially in something, investing, like buying a house, anything like that. It's very earth energy. So it could be very practical. This is, I mean, it's emotional investment as well. But we do emotionally invest in things that we want physically as well, don't we? And Taurus is very much about the I have. What do I have? What have I got to show for it? And I feel like that is a big, giant question that's coming up inside some of us. What have I got to show for it? Put all this time and effort and work in. What have I got to show for it? But the devil says it's time to break away from those bonds. This is Capricorn energy as well. Stepping outside the comfort zone. And seeing the value in that. Not only for yourself, I am getting a sense of for others too. With this 5. It's something that's come up in personal readings I've done for a few people actually is, and even for myself, I did my own personal reading recently and had the same sort of energy coming up of what can I give here? It's like, I feel like energetically we've all hit a place of, right, we need to stop thinking about what things are doing for me and what we can do for others. It's coming from a place of thinking of how we can help. Wow, I like absolutely loving this reading and love how much it's tying in with perception. I'm going to get an oracle card and then, like I said, I'm going to keep this out for all the other readings. I'm going to link back to that because that is the key energy across all with this new moon. This new moon is asking us, or the frequency that's coming with this new moon is moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and take a good, hard, deep look at it. And can we expand that? Can we go past that? In fact, I am going to get, I've just decided I'm going to get a different card. Do you know what? I'm going to get an Angels and Ancestors. I have not used this probably in about a year. Felt one flip then to watch that happen in a private reading I did. One flipped over but didn't come out. Why are you not coming out? If another one doesn't come out, I'm going to switch this to the sacred, the enchanted map. There we go. Do you know what? This is what made me pick that. How weird's that? I was thinking of this card. Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. This is having that deep, hard look about the way that you do things. Let's see what she says. Where have I put the book now? There. Take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. And the extended message is, you are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. The angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. I'm just going to have a read about the about as well. Angels accept you just the way you are, even when you are going through a challenging time. See, I was saying, for some, this could be those inner struggles, those inner challenges. Even when you are going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem. The Mirror Guardian, a female angel, looks into the mirror of life. Looking into the mirror of life invites you to witness your spiritual strengths and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are in fact what is reflected back to you by the world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the Mirror Guardian helps you recognize that. So how do we fix that? We shift our perception. When this card appears, you're being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. And that is exactly what this said. Find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. So, love this message. Absolutely beautiful. A little emotional opening with such depth. Right, I am going to get started on the other readings, and please let me know in the comments how you found this, how it's relating to you, how you feel about going forward with moon readings. Bye for now.